reports indicate that at least 51 Palestinians were killed and over 200 wounded. On June 17, 2025, while waiting for aid trucks in the Khan Yunis area of the southern Gaza Strip, eyewitness accounts state that Israeli tanks fired shells at crowds of people who had gathered along the main, eastern road in Khan Yunis, awaiting the arrival of desperately needed aid. Some witnesses reported that Israeli forces carried out an airstrike on a nearby home before firing at least 2 shells toward the crowd. Medical sources have confirmed the casualties, stating that hospitals, particularly Nasser Hospital, were overwhelmed with the influx of dead and injured, with some patients being treated on the floor due to lack of space. Medics are expecting the number of fatalities to rise as many of the wounded are in critical condition. The Gaza Health Ministry has condemned the incident, and witnesses described the event as a massacre, as with soldiers allegedly continuing to fire as people attempted to flee. The Israeli military stated that it is aware of reports regarding a number of injured individuals from IDF fire following the crowd's approach, and that the incident is under review. The IDF regrets any harm to uninvolved individuals and operates to minimize harm as much as possible to them while maintaining the safety of our troops. The statement also claimed that a gathering had been identified near an aid distribution truck that was stuck in the area, near where IDF soldiers were operating. The United Nations has not commented, but previously called for an immediate and independent investigation into these events and for perpetrators to be held accountable. This incident is the latest in a series of near-daily mass casualty events involving Palestinians seeking aid. Just the day before, on June 16, 2025, local health officials reported that at least 23 people were killed by Israeli gunfire near an aid distribution site in Rafah. Some reports indicate that these incidents are not related to the new Israeli and US-supported aid delivery network, the Gaza Humanitarian Foundation, GHF, but have occurred near the distribution points. The GHF has stated that it has distributed over 3 million meals without incident at its sites, which are guarded by Israeli troops. The UN has rejected this aid system, citing its inadequacy, dangers, and violation of humanitarian principles. Local health officials say scores have been killed and hundreds wounded in repeated incidents of Israeli forces opening fire on crowds trying to reach food distribution points run by the GHF. The Israeli military has, in the past, acknowledged firing warning shots in the vicinity of aid sites, blaming militants for inciting violence. Youssef Nofal, an eyewitness, described the scene as a massacre, stating that he saw many people motionless and bleeding after Israeli forces opened fire, and that soldiers continued firing as people fled.